Researchers turn out to be human beings. It's true. And human beings don't like to actually acknowledge things that make them look bad. And the perception is that if an experiment didn't work, in other words, the data wasn't expected, or it was noisy, or something, let's say, undesirable happened, researchers won't tend to document it. And if you look at that data, it's skewed heavily towards, let's say, a success state rather than a fail state, or let's say an unsuccessful state. And the issue with that is that if you generate a model from data like that, the model will suggest everything works because sure enough, all the data suggests that everything works. So we need a honest, holistic data set, not just the select, this makes me look good kind of data set. Okay, next step is a little, let's say, contentious, but people, for good reason, have an addiction to Excel. Excel is an extremely powerful tool, and it has this feature that almost everyone knows how to use it, and everyone has a copy. But the bad part, or the bit that makes it challenging, is that the customization in terms of format, in terms of logic, cell logic particularly, means that only the author actually understands what the spreadsheet means. Side example, if you've ever looked at a cost model, everyone has a different way of developing a cost model, and almost none of them are the same. Kind of stunning. So Excel is great in a narrow sense, but the challenge is, how do you ingest Excel data across the entire organization? Because the ingestion process won't scale well. Everyone has a problem. No one has a consistent way of formatting. Okay, on the human side then, next step, people are very concerned about sharing, and I put in quotes, their data or my data. And I think this is a major cultural challenge. I think people need to sort of step into the mode where data is essentially the raw material for really cool stuff that the company can produce. And so we all can contribute that and develop really cool products for the company. Rather than it being my data or my ideas, it's our company, our ideas, our data. And so that is a culture shift that has to happen. And I'm positive that this will happen over time. And that basically covers the last point as well.